He's playing this so well, it's so annoying. What is the plan here? Yeah, get a hold of yourself. All the memories are gone, you can do nothing. He's developing into a stronger villain. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben and today I'll be reacting to the Death Note episode 16. Now the last episode was just amazing. Just a roller coaster of ups and downs, victories and losses, and it's just insane to think what can come next now. Absolutely loved L and what he did in the last one, just managing to circumvent his own death. So I guess I wouldn't say accidentally. He didn't even know it was coming. He knew it was coming. He had guessed that he would die in the next couple of days because the two Kiras had met and managed to actually figure out a way around it and found Misa. He got her captured and forced her to give up her memories of everything. He is such a mastermind when it comes to all of this stuff, and now you have Light in this position where he's got to try and release her or Rem kills him, and he's also saying goodbye to Ryuk in the last one, so I'm very concerned about what on earth that means. But it's just shocking how much happens in just one episode of this show. I can't wait to see what happens in this one, because I feel like we might be coming to the end of the Misa arc now. The first arc I think was Naomi. That was that whole sort of storyline there. This one feels so much more centered around Misa's story and how her impact on the Death Note and Light is. And now with her memories gone, I feel like this could be her option to get out. I would love it if this ends with her just walking away into like the sunset or something and saying goodbye to Light. Her memories still gone and she can just be free, no longer killing, no longer sort of shackled by everything that this does. Then Light continues to prove just what an annoying evil mastermind he is. Just the confidence of him and just how that wavers throughout the episodes are just awesome. Like him almost giving up in that beautiful imagery where he's just letting himself fall only to catch himself and just freeze midair. It's wonderful to see him just go through this just kind of extreme view of himself, thinking he's failed, ready to die, only to, oh no, everything's fine, I can do this, I'm gonna win. I can't wait to see how this does function in this episode. Like, how well can he navigate through trying to get Misa released when they have the evidence? They've got her hair from the tapes. It almost feels like he has to incriminate himself, but then what do you do there? It would be done. Yeah, I can't wait to get this one started. Each episode gets more and more insane, and I cannot wait to see what sort of follows after the last episode. But yeah, as always, if you do enjoy this video, please remember to like and subscribe, as it really does help the channel to grow. And if you do enjoy my content and you want to help support the channel, I do have a Patreon, the link will be in the description. Over there I'm uploading these videos and the full reaction a week in advance. If that's something you're interested in, feel free to check it out. With that said, let's just dive on in.
I hereby relinquish ownership of this Death Note.
Okay.
Take care of her. You gave your word.
What's happening? Oh, what? He relinquished the Death Note. He relinquished Misa's one. What does that mean?
Hello, mister? Where are you right now? Do you think we could stop this game?
Huh? Stalker?
She's gone back to when she was first saved. Can you still see Rem?
As long as I still have Ryuk's notebook, even though I gave up Rem's, all awareness I have of Rem still remains.
Okay, you can still see them. Great.
The only reason I have to go through all this trouble is because you brought another Death Note to the human world.
Hehe. Love that he hates that.
I never thought the Death Note I gave you would end up buried and abandoned.
Oh, he actually, wait, you can't use it?
Get rid of it. I say that regardless of the context. Assume that I want to relinquish ownership of this Death Note.
Oh, great. Oh, wait, he's planning to release what? I'm so confused. Is he gonna relinquish it? Like, really? He's planning it?
You could at least take off my blindfold, don't you think? It would be nice to see what you look like.
Call Mogi for me.
Huh?
Are you realizing that she's lost her memory?
First, I blindfolded her and covered her mouth. I told her that we knew she was the second Kira.
There we go, that's,
I know! I can give you a kiss on the cheek if you want! Oh, come on, I won't run away, I promise.
It's so sad, because she has experience dealing with stalkers, so it's sad that she really knows what to do to get away. You can imagine this actually happening before.
And now you're claiming ignorance?
I don't understand. I mean, you're the one who knocked me out and then brought me here, remember?
She remembers nothing.
Do you know why I'm detaining you here? You must have some idea.
Because I'm a celebrity, obviously. But you're definitely the first stalker who's ever gone this far, and you're starting to scare me.
Okay, so yeah, it has happened before, though. They've gone not this far.
I can't stand it anymore! Please let me go! You have to let me go!
Are they gonna believe this?
Plus, you'd be able to watch. Isn't that what you want? Isn't it? You pervert!
I'm a pervert?
Oh, okay, okay, is he gonna believe this?
You know who Light Yagami is, and if so, why did you approach him?
How could I not know my own boyfriend?
She was so tight-lipped about it earlier. Now she's openly admitting.
You know it's changed. You know something's changed. So she still remembers that. She still remembers their relationship.
Good timing, it's Light. Please turn the video and audio off.
Yes.
I feel so bad for her, because she has no memory now. She's just been locked in a room with nothing else.
Are you saying my son's coming here?
And you have his girlfriend locked up, so what kind of games are you going to play here?
I could be Kira.
No, Light! What are you talking about?
He's still so desperate for him not to be that.
There's no real proof that Light Yagami is Kira, so why come here to announce that
He's gonna make it think, he's gonna try and take the blame or something to let Misa get released.
If Ryuzaki is L, then it's safe to say that he's the world's best detective. And right now, he seems pretty sure that I'm Kira.
You're not admitting it, you're just trying to take the blame to let Misa go. That's what you're trying to play, even though you are actually Kira.
I'm the first person in the Kanto region that Misa, the alleged second Kira, approached.
Okay, no,
It's all been me.
okay, now I'm lost. So you're saying that Misa is the Kira?
Subconsciously, I might be Kira. If that were the case, I could be him and not even know it.
I see. So you're not conscious of it, huh?
You're not buying it. This is such a big gamble.
Another me could be killing people as I sleep.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Haha.
Well, I never mentioned this to you, but at one point I had hidden surveillance cameras installed in your room for 5 days.
But you know that. So what's the game you're playing now?
No amount of camera surveillance would reveal that fact.
Wouldn't reveal that fact, huh? I have to admit, I've found myself thinking that...
You really are trying to say that you're Kira. You're really trying to. All Elle has to do is just send him away.
I found myself thinking before that some people would be better off dead. But still, that doesn't mean we're gonna go out and kill people.
You're not helping. Stop it.
Besides, criminals were still being killed even while you had no knowledge of them. I mean, the surveillance cameras proved it, didn't they?
No, they proved nothing.
We weren't able to watch him every hour of the day. It's possible he could have found some way to kill those criminals while he wasn't at home.
Okay, so he's gonna get his way. He wants them to think he's Kira and get arrested?
This was premeditated. It's no accident you chose to do this now.
Yep.
If criminals whose names are made public keep dying, then it would lead us to think that you're innocent, right?
Yeah, that's the goal, but he's got a way around. He's gonna have a way around that.
Honestly, I don't like the way that this is going at all, but what choice do I have?
Think of something else. Send him away.
I need you to fully restrain Light Yagami and place him in solitary confinement.
That's what he wants. Somehow that's what he wants.
From this point on, you can't be allowed to go anywhere where I can't see you.
This is crazy. There's no way my son could be Kira.
Yagami, come on.
Something has to be done about this. As long as I'm having these doubts, I can't work with you to catch Kira.
He's playing this so well, it's so annoying.
Until you can say with absolute certainty that I'm not Kira, you cannot set me free, no matter what I might say.
So you can never set him free.
Mr. Yagami, can you come up with some sort of excuse for Light's absence? Something to tell your family?
Why make him do it? Don't make him lie to his family.
If I don't do this, I won't be able to live with myself.
But son, do you really mean that?
It's so, I get it, he loves his son, yes, but it's just so sad to think about because it is the killer. And he's so desperate for him to be innocent.
Aizawa, please take him away.
What is the plan here? You've handed yourself over without admitting it, only to make it with a bold-faced lie that even Elle can see through. What's the goal? Somehow this is meant to help release Misa so Rem doesn't kill you.
I just have to get rid of the notebook.
So, I guess apples are out of the question.
Okay, so you're there too, and you can't talk, so getting rid of the notebook. So does that mean you're relinquishing it now? Then you have no memory, so it will be... But then wouldn't killing stop unless you already have that written down?
I'd like to request that you take me off this investigation. Fact is that we're holding my son Light as a prime suspect.
Has he gone even more grey?
That it's not appropriate for me to be here.
Honestly, respect.
My feelings got in the way. It's impossible for me to be objective in this situation.
Gotta respect that.
If the task force concludes that my son is Kira, I don't know what I'd be capable of.
You'd protect him.
I believe you'd kill your son and then yourself.
Oh, did? No.
That it's best that we don't have you working here for now.
Yep, let him go.
I will ask that you confine me as well.
Why?
At the
Why?
moment, I'm calm, but to be honest, I'm not sure how much more of this I can take.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Wait, so he would actually... yeah, he would probably try and break Light out. Oh, no.
While you're in confinement, we'll be giving you continuous updates on the investigation so you'll know what's happening.
So you're still keeping him in the loop then? Good. So you still want to use his mind?
I'm grateful. Thank you.
You gotta do this fast, or else he's gonna start turning and he'll want to save his son.
Hey, mister, I really want to take a bath. I'm pretty sure you already know where I live, don't you? Could you bring me some clean clothes?
Oh, I feel so bad for her.
Have any new criminals been identified? Anyone that Kira would be likely to target? If so, has he killed any of them?
What can you say?
We haven't had one report of a criminal being killed by Kira.
Okay,
Wait,
so they're staying
no one's
alive.
been killed?
So you're trying to make it seem like it's you.
So it's only a matter of time before I'm convicted as Kira.
What I wouldn't give for an apple.
No concern whatsoever.
Thought the murders would continue even after Light was confined.
So what's the plan?
Instead, they've stopped completely.
He really wants you to believe he's light. Kira,
If this continues, it'll only strengthen the argument that he is Kira. Will be whether or not he was conscious of being Kira.
and then the memory thing comes into play, where he relinquishes the death note.
To prove he wasn't conscious of being Kira, it's not like Yagami.
So he's willing to give up the goal then, unless he has some kind of weird plan after that. 5th day. Okay, he's been there a while.
Can't take this anymore.
Oh dear, he's twisting.
Know what, Mr. Stalker? Your video won't sell if it's just me sitting here the whole time.
I feel so bad for her. She's not like pleading for, she's kind of pleading for herself, but she's also trying to work the person that's like keeping her there to try and get out.
I think the parents must suffer a lot more than the accused.
Yeah.
No kidding. Especially now that we're seeing proof that Light is Kira.
I feel so bad. I feel so bad for Yagami and Misa.
What is it? Is it good news? Is it bad news?
Oh, he's desperate.
This could go on for quite some time. Perhaps you should rest in a more comfortable place.
Please.
What makes you think I care where I am? It won't change anything. With the state I'm in now, this is the best place for me.
Yeah, but it's only gotten worse, hasn't it?
When I leave here, it's going to be with my son.
Oh, great. Oh, yeah, no. Yep. Yes, it's so understandable. It's so human, but so sad.
Light, you've only been here for 1 week, but I'm sure it can't be easy. Are you feeling all right?
Not answering.
Now that I've come this far, I think it's about time.
Time for what? Time you're doing? What are you doing? You relinquishing?
Get rid of it.
Okay, it's done. What? You good there? You okay? What does that mean? Can you? Is he gone? Can you not see him? It's done.
Got it.
Okay, so you've given up the death note. That's it. That's done. That story over? Huh?
Later.
See you later. Oh, nah. He said later. Sometimes I said see you later. Does that mean there's more to the plan? Or is he just gone? Like your memories. Okay, so that's it.
Why am I doing this? I don't belong here.
Oh, dear.
This whole thing's completely pointless.
Really?
Because I'm not Kira. You have to get me out of here.
I'm switched up, but that's similar to what Misa went through. Can you think?
If I have no memory of his crimes, I'm not him.
There we go.
I've never been able to accept this idea that Kira
That's-
has been acting without self-awareness
And now he's just gotten rid of his memories. He's just made himself innocent.
Since we imprisoned you, Kira hasn't committed a single murder.
You've still incriminated yourself, though.
I swear to you, I'm not lying. You have to believe me. I am not Kira.
What's the goal here?
That's the only explanation for this.
What's wrong with you, Light Yagami?
You can see something's changed.
It's completely absurd, but for some reason it feels believable to...
Yeah, because he took his own memories.
We can't let you out yet.
Damn. Why is this happening?
But he's free. I'm happy Light is free, so maybe no longer psychopath? I mean, he's sort of psychopath, he just got the weapon.
Anyway, I don't care what anyone says. As far as I'm concerned, we have all the proof we need. Light Yagami is Kira, and that's the end of it.
Oh, so you've actually made up your mind. But like, what's the goal? So he's just given himself up, lost the death note. What happens now?
2 weeks worth of criminals were just murdered all at once. It happened yesterday.
Huh?
Kira is back.
So did
He
you
said the
guys already
time.
tell the chief?
No, not yet.
He set the time. He so set the time.
Kira started killing again.
What?
It looks like Kira was only resting, but now he started punishing criminals again.
The exact same time Light decides to go to prison.
I shouldn't be happy that people have been killed. At least Light's name will finally be cleared. Ling Ryozaki, this won't be enough to clear him.
How? Oh no, it is, isn't it? It's gonna. Don't say it clears it.
Well, he's in the gray.
Okay, good, Gray. So, oh dear, reduced it.
He's a shade closer to being cleared. Let's tell Light. Matsuda!
Ah, dude, yeah, get a hold of yourself.
Mr. Matsuda,
Matsuda?
we shouldn't tell him about this.
But why not?
I love the serious tone he's gone. He's.
You've been in here just over 2 weeks and not a single new criminal has been punished. Now, why make this harder than it has to be? Are you ready to confess?
Oh, he's trying to get the confession out.
These look like the eyes of someone who is lying.
You're feeling bad, yeah.
Are you ready to tell me who Kira is or not?
That again? I wish I knew, but I don't.
All the memories are gone. You can do nothing.
Thank him for punishing the burglar who killed my parents. To me, Kira is a hero.
No, that's something. That come on, that could prove that that's the second Kira. That line alone.
I don't understand what's going on.
Supernatural memories gone and okay to be continued. Ah! Okay, well, my head hurts. I'm assuming that, like, basically just wrote that, right? No, because they're new criminals, the names got announced, you would have no way of knowing that. What's happened? What, I don't even know. He's managed to prove himself innocent, I think. I'm so lost. This hurts my head. You definitely need the next episode to make sense of whatever's happened here. But it's thrown Elle completely off, but it's also made Light and Misa powerless. That's good. But then the killings have still continued. So who on earth is doing that? Is that like a third party then? Is there like another? No, Misa's the third party. Is there a fourth party now doing it? Unless Ryuk is just doing it, because Ryuk could still go and do it, but then he's being involved. Would he agree to that? It could be Rem though, I guess. Then would they know how to turn on the TV? I don't know. This hurts my head. I'm just... I don't get how... Would Ryuk have given the death note to other people and then told them what's happening? I don't know. Because then how could you trust that person to actually do it and like still be evil? I'm gonna need like a while to process all of this information. Both of them have lost their memories. Does that make the villain the death note then, and just Light can become a hero, like the good protagonist now? And with his memories gone, could he actually join Elle for real, and then those two try and find where Ryuk went? And that still doesn't make up for him actually using the thing to begin with? This hurts my head so much. I need to try and go over everything that happened in this episode. Okay, looking at Misa, I feel so bad for her. I think the way that she's sort of talking to who she believes is a stalker, I think that's really good in the sense that it shows how much she's kind of been through and as a celebrity. Like she sounds scared, but she also sounds confident. She's trying to play to the stalker to try and get released. She's not scrambling, she's not struggling. And I think that just makes it more sad that she's actually she's accepted her fate there and trying to just find a way to get out by using that sort of method to try and give the stalker what they want instead of fighting them. That's sad. Yagami, love him, and it's just sad. He's so desperate for his son to be innocent, and now he's kind of proven himself to be innocent, and now he can get out, and you can understand him so much as a father in the sense that he would do anything for his son. If you don't know that Light was Kira, he would side with, he wouldn't let anything happen to Light. It shows how much love he does have for his son, but also would Light sort of reciprocate that? Does he have that same love for his father? I don't know. But like, this is such a bold play on Light's part. He's actually turned himself in, relinquished the death note. I'm trying to figure out the goal. The whole goal here is to try and stay alive and stop Rem from killing him. He needs to have Misa be released. She still has the hair evidence. That is still incriminating. Light may be released, but Misa can't. She still has that connection. And then on top of all of that, you have both these two acting like each other now. Maybe Elle is smart enough to just start thinking about the supernatural. Maybe they both lost their memories somehow. Just think about it, please. You have them locked up. It's done. But now you have a fourth party now still doing it. And you're nowhere near close to being able to identify that person. This hurts my head so much, and I'm trying to figure out how this all works. Light has given up the power. He must have a plan for getting it back. Of course, he hasn't told us what that is. So you just have to wait and see what he's got up his sleeve. He wants to be released, and he's basically given himself a restart, a clean slate. That's what he's done. Of course, Elle isn't convinced yet, so he's not going to give him that sort of fresh start. But it's going to happen. There's no way Elle can sort of get Light now. All the memories are gone. He cannot confess to anything. So somehow, Light has to get the book back. I'm assuming Ryuk will probably give it back to him once he's released. Ryuk's probably just standing around just waiting for it to happen. He wants the show to go on. He's waiting for it to continue. Right now, the show for him is essentially on hiatus. He's just waiting for Light to be released. He'll give him the death note again, and if they get the death note again, would their memories come back, or would it just start over completely? Would Light remember being Kira? That's something we haven't seen yet. We just know that if they relinquish the ownership, that's it, and their memories are gone. But are they gone, or just sort of on hold? We'll have to wait and see. But this episode definitely hurt my brain. Makes me feel a lot of things towards Yagami and Misa, just feeling bad for both of them. But Light, I just hate him so much. He's such an evil genius, and he's actually found a way. It's a self-sacrifice play. That's something he's never done before, actually giving up the power because he's gotten so desperate, and he's given it up, and he's done what Elle did in revealing his identity to Light. He's now done the same thing. He's given up the power to give himself a fresh start. Well done. It's development. He wasn't self-sacrificing before, but now he is. He's developing into a stronger villain. How can you deal with that now? Knowing that Kira is not only smart enough, but also willing to do this. How can you take them down? They're willing to give up the power and also sort of probably figure out a way to get it back and try and figure out a way around the whole memory thing. It is shocking. He's developed and he's getting better at being a villain. That's what this episode does. It's a fresh start and he's stronger. First off, gotta talk about Light, and you gotta give him props for this. He's actually developed as a villain. The last episode we get to see Elle just completely own the episode and just get his way with basically everything. Now Light has been able to make a very calculated move and prove his own innocence. He's managed to give himself a fresh slate. Somehow he's figured out a way to continue the killings after and just set that break, but there's also, you have times there. There's still things that Elle can use. The fact that both Misa and Light are now acting weirdly proves that there's a connection between them with this whole thing. Something's going on that's odd. Change in demeanor, it's huge. Plus, Kira stopped for at least 5 days, I think, and then continued. And that 5 days happened to be just when Light was shoved in prison. So suspicion is not ruled out, but it's terrifying to think that Light is actually developing. That's what we're seeing. This show is not just watching a villain win or something. I'm hoping he doesn't win, because like he is the protagonist as well. The villain is the protagonist, but we're also seeing him develop and become a stronger villain. That's not something you want. You want to see someone develop into a villain, but this is so intriguing that we're actually seeing this character progress and gets better at being evil. He's actually self-sacrificing now. That's something he wouldn't do. Elle did it before, where he revealed his identity to Kira. He put himself in danger. Light has just done that. He's risked his new world that he wants on this gambit that somehow he can try and get the Death Note back. He's put himself up, he's incriminated himself, he's locked himself away, he's given up the Death Note, he's done so much, and just, it's huge. Is it bigger than Elle giving up his identity? Whatever the case, it's self-sacrifice. He has actually willing to put his own neck out there, giving up his power, albeit temporarily, to try and get his way here, to try and win. It shows he's getting more desperate, but also it's developing him. He's becoming more ruthless and he's becoming better at doing this. But then we also have him losing his memories, and it opens up a door, I'll say that. Of course, I want Misa to sort of walk away into the sunset and just put all this stuff behind her. But Light, could he do the same? I want him to be punished for what he's doing. He's a psychopathic evil maniac who was just given the tools. The Death Note is not the villain, he is the villain that was just given the power. So even with his memories gone, he's still that same person. I don't know whether or not he could be like a good guy after this, because it'd be interesting to see if like Light is proved innocent, still remains on the task force and still helps to try and find Kira. And then it turns out to be this other person who's doing it now somehow. But like he still has done all this stuff. He's still been the main antagonistic and protagonistic force of this show. So my head hurts so much with how complex and awesome this story is. Like there's options now. He could just stay out of the Death Note. He could be the one that ends up finding this new Kira, now there's another Kira. What do you do with this? It's just it's incredible. The show's incredible. I'm loving this so much, but it's hurting my head. Then Elle again. So we're seeing like a more rapid change between who has more control over these episodes. At first you had like a long stretch where someone had control for a while, only for it then to switch back. Now it's like every episode someone else has it, and you're adding new things in there with someone else doing the killing aside from Misa, aside from Light, which is a big concern. But looking at Elle, he has lost the power yet again after coming so close. Not only has Misa lost her memories, but now also Light has given them up as well, so he can get literally nothing from them. He'll just be confused, because he's not willing to accept the supernatural elements of this. That's his biggest flaw right now. If he started opening himself up to that and maybe research, I don't know if there is like research available on Shinigami or stuff, but if he could just like open himself up to that, he would understand everything. He'd understand what just happened. But he's refusing to do it, so now it just confuses him and he just gets lost. He gets thrown off and he'll have to basically release the both of them. Then he's nowhere near closer. And that gives Light a fresh new start. So imagine what Light has done, because I remember now, he kept like a piece of paper in his door. I'm assuming he probably just replaced that with a bit of the Death Note. So when he goes home after being released, boop, he picks up the Death Note and he'll see Ryuk again with the Death Note waiting for him. I can see that is exactly what's happening, and Light and Elle can do absolutely nothing about it because the memories are just completely gone. It's so annoying. And Misa, I think I just like the detail in her character. It's so sad to see how she's reacting to this, because the life of a celebrity, you're gonna have stalkers, and it's clear that she's dealt with them a lot from this interaction alone. This is clearly the first time it's gone this far, at least in her head. And we also know that a stalker tried to kill her before, so she has experience, and it's just sad to see how that she has to play along, how she does understand what to do in these situations, to give the person what they want, so because you don't want them to actually hurt you. Right? The saddest thing is it's happened before, and it just makes her character so much sadder, knowing what pain that she must have experienced from this. And again, it's adding more sympathy to her. You feel bad for her as a character. Yes, what she's doing is wrong, but you still feel bad nonetheless. I still hope that with her memories gone now, she can be. But then again, she has the hair and the. There's evidence that ties her to it. She can't just walk away. I don't know how they're going to get around that. Rem will still kill Light. What will happen there? I don't know how that can work out. My head hurts. How can they do that? The hair is still there. It still ties her to everything. Light hasn't fixed that yet, so maybe there's something he's overlooked because he didn't know about it. He wasn't there during that bit. Does he even know she's locked up? But then does this Light also think that Misa is his girlfriend, because that was evil Light and with memories and Death Note, and head hurts so much. The memories are going to play a huge part in this, and I cannot wait to see how that does affect Misa and Light's relationship, because it's all built on manipulation in the Death Note. With that gone, what does their relationship look like now? Then Yagami, I love this man. I just want good things to happen for him. I feel like he's gonna die. He's been through a lot. I'm surprised that he still has some like dark colored hair and it's not all grey at this point. But like, he's willing to do so much for his son. He knows that if Light did end up being Kira, it would break him and he would try and break Light out. He wouldn't let Light be executed. It's so human, and I just love what stuff they're giving to the dad, because it's clear that it's a huge like connection for him, and he doesn't want Light to do it. He's constantly trying to see Light as innocent, even with all the evidence that mounts against him. The amount of pain that he's going through all of this. He's got to be one of the most, in this show, he's got to be the character with the most pain right now. He's watching his son be put through all of this. He has to spy on his family, watch as Elle sort of is eating sweets and stuff, and watching all of this stuff, and making accusations, and running his mind on all of this stuff. And all the while, he's just trying to think, how on earth can his son be doing this? He's got to be innocent. If he isn't, what do you do then? And I just love that he had the sort of the realization that he had to be locked up. It's this conflict that's within him. He wants to do his job, yet also he wants to protect his family. He knows that if Light is the Kira, he has to be locked up, otherwise he's going to do something. And we know that he would actually save his son. He would be leaving with his son. He'd be turning against them all. He's such an amazing character. I feel like he's going to die. I feel like it's all building to him dying. I don't want him to. I want him to be happy. And of course, there's no way that's going to happen, because of course Light is Kira. So what's his story going to be? He's been put through so much pain, and I feel like it's all going to end with him dying with the realization that his son is actually Kira. Ryuk is an interesting one then. So you can't read him at all. I'm trying to figure out like what his angle is here. He said later. The subtitle said see you later. Does that mean he is going to come back, or like what is he going to have a part to play in Light's plan? Would he do anything? Does he care? Doubtful. Later could just be like his way of saying goodbye. But of course now he's gone. That with the Death Note and the powers with him, great. I'm trying to figure out what he can do. He wants to be entertained. So what? The one thing you can trust about Ryuk is that he'll be entertained. He wants to stay in the human world. He ain't going back to the Shinigami realm because it's just depressing and boring. So now that Light has given up the Death Note, I'm assuming he's confident in that no one else will be able to use it as much as he did. Ryuk will probably doesn't care, and he'll just go and drop it around somewhere else. They'll start using it, they'll get captured quickly, something will happen there, so he'll take the Death Note again, they'll start using it, he'll get bored again, he'll go over and over again, and he'll realise that no one is like Light. No matter how much time passes, he'll probably end up going back to Light and give him the Death Note again so he can be entertained further. That's gotta be the case, which means there could be another time jump coming. I'm scared. I'm just trying. Light is insanely powerful, and the way sort of I feel like he's managed to find a way to use Ryuk here. He's found a way to manipulate Ryuk to use him while still keeping Ryuk in his sort of absentee self, where he doesn't interfere. And if he actually has found a way to use Ryuk like this, that's again more terrifying because it's development. He's taken this asset, which shouldn't be an asset, and actually found a way to use it. The whole point of Ryuk is to be this audience member that does not get involved, yet if Light has found a way to sort of drag him into it, or at least use this audience member, where they maybe leave the theatre, go find somewhere else, yet everything else doesn't compare to the show that you're putting on, so they come back. It's just so terrifying. It's just, if Light has actually found a way to use Ryuk, that'd just be the worst thing ever. Then Rem, we still have that lingering threat. Misa needs to be released or Light dies. Rem is still hovering over this whole conflict. So what happens there? Again, love Rem as a Shinigami and as a character. Love seeing the complexity to them. But like, if Rem does kill Light without Misa being released, what happens there? Would Misa even be... Like, the whole thing is about the tapes and the hair. I don't see Misa getting out. So what do you do? Light has to figure out a way. How does his plan actually mean that he can live and Misa will be released? I don't see how that works. Because he doesn't know about... Does he know about the tape evidence? He does know about the tape evidence, I think. Maybe? I don't know. Yes, he knows about the tape evidence. I'm sure Elle told him about it. So that means he's factored it into his plan. So maybe he has an answer for it. That's annoying. So it looks like Rem will be taken care of. Misa should be released if Light actually has thought of a plan. But then what does Rem do after that then? Because if Misa has fully lost her memories, would Rem give the book back to her? Or would Rem just leave her alone and just let her live her life now? But yeah, as for what's next, I've got no idea. I feel this definitely feels like the end of this arc and going into something else. They have lost their memories. How can this continue? The story seems over, it's done. All you can do is just hope that Light does not get the book back, but I'm sure he's going to get it back somehow. But then of course, you now have another person killing people, so that's still happening. Names were released while Light could not get a hold of them, and those people died. That's gotta mean that another person is now involved. I'm trying to think timeline-wise. Did that happen when Ryuk left, or did that happen... What? Oh dear, what happened? I feel like that happened after Ryuk left, so it should be the same Death Note then. So it's not like another third Shinigami showing up. It should be the same Death Note, I think. My head hurts. But yeah, that's the new conflict. It's L versus this new person that is able to use the Death Note again and is still killing people. And it's like, and now you also have Light involved. I'm very confused and lost. Where does this? Not only is this given a clean slate to Light, but also a clean slate to the entire show. What happens now? Kira seems to be becoming a moniker which different people now wear. Light started it. Misa wore it for a little bit until the real one showed back up, or took control, whatever. Now another one is stepping in. It's becoming an umbrella term for the people that are able to use the Shinigami power, which just throws L off even more. It's becoming stronger through Light's actions, where it's now moving hands. So hopefully in the next episode, maybe L can get some kind of realization and just can figure out that the power is moving and he needs to figure out how to stop it. The way the story is done is exceptional. It really does not look like L can win. But yeah, overall, episode was fantastic. We get to see Light actually develop to the point where he is self-sacrificial. He's willing to give up the power, albeit temporarily. I'm assuming temporarily. I doubt he's going to give it up for good because he wants to be a god with a new world. But he's actually willing to give up the power to save himself and work out a plan for it. Of course, he was desperate and had to, but that's something he never would do before. Does this mean that he would even consider taking the deal now if Misa does not get her memories back? It's all very interesting. It's just the fact seeing Light develop to this point, then to lose his memories again. So what does this character do now? Does he remain the villain? It sets up so many questions and opportunities for this show, and I'm so excited to see where it can actually go in the end. Because it was just a battle between L and Light, but now what even is it? I just love that not only through the episodes you get thrown through an emotional roller coaster, seeing different characters get victories and losses basically constantly, but the actual plot of the show feels like it just continually and spirals into like this incredibly well-written thing. You cannot see what's coming next. Each episode does something bigger than the last, and you cannot like properly predict what a character is going to do. And this episode particularly feels like a turning point. What happens now? Light has given up the memories. What do you do with this? The main villain has actually stopped, but now someone else is continuing. It is just shocking, and I just cannot wait to see what happens next. Where can this show go? What can they do? What can L do? Everything that he learned about Kira was because of Light. With Light now no longer being Kira, you're dealing with someone else entirely. It's starting the investigation from square one. This episode is just phenomenal at just backtracking everything, while also being an exceptional twist to this. Everything has to start back up again, making the entire threat feel that much more powerful. If Al gets close again, they could just do this again and reset everything back to square one all over again, continually. But yeah, with that said, that does bring me to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments, and with that, I will see you in the next one for episode 17. See ya!